If you guys know me, you know that one of my biggest goals has always been to make super soft extreme harlequins. I am a huge fan of the way that soft scales and super soft scales look, but I've always seen them on horizontal projects, i.e. pinstripes, white wall, quad stripes, that kind of project. I've never really seen them on extreme harlequins, let alone triple X's. But these two geckos are going to be able to make that happen for me. These two geckos I have are both unrelated soft scale extreme harlequins. This male right here in my hand is from a super soft kind of pumpkin head looking female named Shambhala here in my collection. I paired her to Sigma Chad in order to create this male right here. He has an incredible expression of dashed pinstriping, and I would almost consider him to be that triple X look that I always try to go for. What I really like about this male is he seems to have gotten the mom's colors more so than the dad's. I did want to see if I could make some white patterned extreme harlequins like the dad, but soft scale, but we didn't really make any, and I'm okay with that. And I like his kind of subdued colors when he's fired down, and then when he fires up, he gets a very beautiful orange, and I really just love the overall expression of his pattern. The female that's here on my shoulder, this is from Solomon Doors to Gwen, my super soft tangerine. That pairing has made me a couple different versions of essentially this girl, but I would say that this girl is the best out of all of the offspring that I've held back. Mainly because she has no Dalmatian spots, and luckily the boy also has no Dalmatian spots. In the future, I'll be making videos talking about my struggle when it comes to isolating Dalmatian out of my projects. TLDR, I'm sad to say that there is a 99% chance that there is a recessive version of Dalmatian, so that is only going to make my goal of having Dalmatianless geckos even harder, and I'm going to have to really be strict on culling out the Dalmatian in my collection. I don't have any visual Dalmatians or super Dalmatians, but many times I've paired absolutely spotless geckos with spotless geckos, and they create geckos that have one or two spots on them. And it's never a lot of Dalmatian spots. It's always just one, maybe two, but it seems to be always one spot, just kind of ruining my overall goal with that project. So I do have a theory that there is a recessive trait. That's why I've kept back this girl's siblings, because they have that one dreaded Dalmatian spot. And I'm 99% sure that if I pair that gecko to another gecko that I know never has made spots, and their parents have never made spots, and they don't have spots, none of the offspring will have Dalmatian spots. But then if I were to grow up those offspring and then pair them together, I think that there would be a 25% chance for them to make Dalmatian spots, but I'm getting ahead of myself. We're talking about super soft triple X's today. This female in my hands is really incredible. The soft scale gene often gives kind of a matte appearance to the gecko. It kind of diffuses the overall color, but I do think that it increases a little bit of that saturation, or it has a slight effect on the hue of color for the animal, and I do think that it enhances contrast when paired properly. This girl right here does seem to be more of a lavender kind of base color, but I don't really have a problem with that. What I'm after is her soft scale and this expression of extreme harlequin on her. She does have a decent amount of pinstriping, but that's really interesting to note because one parent is practically a full pinstripe and the other is a triple X with absolutely no pinstriping. I have my own little theory that when you mix together tiger and pinstripe, you get the phenotype that we call dashed pinstriping. That's kind of just my own little personal theory. I'm sure that there's evidence to conclude otherwise, but more often than not, whenever I've paired full pinstripes with triple X or tigers and things like that, about 25% of the time I get this kind of dashed pinstriping appearance. I really like the look of dashed pinstripe, others don't. So when I pair these two geckos together, we should have a 25% chance of creating super softs. But I'm also trying to create triple X super softs. Now, my personal theory on what a triple X is, I think that it is the representation of a homozygous tiger mixed with a homozygous harlequin, or what we'd call extreme harlequin. Triple Xing is incredibly tiger-influenced extreme harlequins, so I think that in order to achieve that, it needs homozygosity on both sides. And then on top of that, we're trying to hit a super soft. So we're kind of working with very slim odds at creating my ideal gecko, a super soft triple X or super soft extreme harlequin tiger. But I'll save you guys me ranting. I just wanted to make this video to show you guys a pairing that I'm really excited about, and hopefully this year I can make my first, maybe the world's first, I don't know. I don't know if people have already made them and just not posted about them. I'm sure that's a possibility, but at least for me, these are going to be some of the first super soft triple X's I'm hoping as a result from this pairing. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, all the YouTube mumbo jumbo. I'll see you guys in the next video.